Hey guys, as I promised, I'm back again, and I got a call from my friend today. It was a coincidence. Somebody called me and it's like she's about to come to the US and she's afraid that the husband doesn't like kitchen. Like it's normal. Many men don't like the kitchen. Not like they don't like, but they're not used to. Like in Africa, that's the culture. Like the kitchen remains to be the woman's territory, and nobody likes joking with that. But these are some of the things that people won't tell you when you haven't migrated. You have no otherwise as a man, unless you want to come to the US and make your wife a housewife. I don't know how much you would be earning to make your wife be a housewife. It won't work. So people won't tell you that you will need to go to the kitchen, you will need to change diapers if you have some small baby, and they will not tell you you'll need to mop the house. They'll not tell you that like you will be preparing your kids for school. So those are some of the things that people won't tell you. And one reason why people don't tell you stuff when they're already here, it's because like me, if I tell somebody, I like the friend who called me, I just told her stuff like that because maybe she can understand. But people will think you're discouraging them from coming over, which is not the story here. Me, I would like you to know the story on the ground so that even when you're coming up, you will know your expectations. Like, I am a man, I need to clean dishes, I need to clean the house, I need to fold clothes, I need to do the laundry, because there's no way as a couple you will survive. The wife is working, has a schedule like yours, if I'm assuming if both of you are nurses, and you can imagine how you come home tired, and then you find there is no food and you're the one expected to go to the kitchen and your husband was off duty. It doesn't add up. When you're coming up here, if you're planning, if you're on your process as a couple, you better sit down and encourage each other. Like, you will need to go to the kitchen, both of you will need to clean the house, both of you will need to prepare the kids, both of you. And I remember, I don't know whether my husband watches my videos, but I remember the first days I would leave them and go to work and they would order food, like they'd go eat out. Like, man, the kitchen, I don't want to go and cook. But it was hard for them. But right now we're good. Like, it becomes the norm. Like if I'm off duty, the stuff that is supposed to be done in the house is mine, whether I'm the wife or I'm the husband. It never brings issues. But in the beginning, if you don't take care, it can really bring a lot of problems, because when you're coming up here, you didn't expect that. Okay, you just hear. I could hear that. I could be told, but then I'm like, I think I can do a lot more. I think I will not allow my husband to go to the kitchen, or him, you'd think we will know how to do things when we get there. But it's not easy. It's not easy for men from Africa to do that. But here it's the norm. It's like everybody knows how to do stuff. He knows where. Some of these men don't know what's in the fridge, what's to be done. They practically don't know. And starting up that can be really hectic. So that's one thing. You need to know that as a man, you need to help your wife. You need to help her with stuff, because she will be equally tired, and it can get crazy. It can really get crazy. So be ready. Try now. Start going to the kitchen. Start changing diapers if you have some small baby. Just be ready. The other thing people won't tell you is that as a guy, your wife might be earning more than you if she's a nurse. That is another thing that brings a lot of problems when people fly over here. So most of the time, you will find when you're back home, the guy most of the time is always earning so much money than the wife and takes a lot of responsibilities and all that. I don't know how that comes in, but it naturally comes in back at home. But here, if you're not a nurse and you get married to a nurse and you come to the US, you might find your wife earning more than you, and you doing kitchen work before you plan yourself. Maybe after that you can, but that's a situation that people never tell you. You're leaving your office job back home, then you come here, start like looking up for a job, and before that your wife will be the breadwinner, and so you need a lot of connection together. The wife needs to know that I am the one supporting this family. I don't have to feel so good about it. And the guy has to accept that, because many men has that ego, like, so I have left a good job at home, now I'm kind of struggling before I settle in. But it's normal. It's so much normal. If you take it positively, it's going to be okay. At the end of the day, it's all about how you guys relate. Like, yeah, before, like the first 1 year, the wife might be, the one having the money. So you need to really strategize so that you don't come up with a lot of commotion in the house. Now, those are some of the things that can make you sink into depression. People will not tell you that you can sink into depression when you come to the US. You can easily sink into depression, especially the men, because men are the ones who find a lot of changes that they're not being able to cope. Women know how to deal with, stuff and all that, but sometimes men can be really, really so much having problems with coping up with stuff up here, and so you can sink into depression. So what you need is a lot of support from each other. You have no otherwise. By the way, you guys, if you're coming to the US as a couple, you have no otherwise. There's no otherwise. You have to stand with each other. There's no room for quarrels. There's no room for misunderstandings, because that will sink you into depression. You see something making you cross each other, you have to sit down and say, no, let us not go there. It can be bad. It can really be bad, and it can be depressing. So to make the whole story short, men, be ready to do wifey stuff, cleaning, laundry, preparing babies for school. The women, the wives, and the ladies, be ready to support your husbands. Be ready to support your spouses, because you might be the one who is supporting at the beginning. If you're the nurse in this situation and your husband is not the nurse, and you have come maybe through the agency and all that, you're the one who has employment in the first place before your husband gets somewhere. So you need to support each other, and all will be well. That will be the root of avoiding depression. That will be the root of your happiness in the US. So be very supportive of each other, and then pray. I will never get tired of telling you guys, put God in front of everything. Like all the things you're doing, God has to be the first one. If you don't put God, if you don't involve God, I am telling you, you'll be surprised. Nothing will work. So make sure that everything you do, you put God first, and all will be okay. So those are just some of the things that people won't tell you, but I still will tell you more of the things that can make you feel bad, feel like you did the wrong thing. But that's the main one. As you prepare to come to the US, start being tight, and start being open-minded, that when I land there, I can be in that house. Doesn't matter whether I'm the husband, doesn't matter whether I'm the wife, I'm gonna go to that kitchen, cook, laundry, and everything, and I'm going to support my spouse no matter what. If they're going through some hard times and everything, I have to support my spouse. And then when I do that, you will find you stay in the US meaningful and a little bit easy. So I'm still gonna do many other things. There are people who are asking so many questions, and so dealing with those questions, I'll just be doing a simple videos and sending to you guys. So yeah, today is my off day, that's why I was available, and so I believe I will still do more other videos. Until next time, bye.